Hello, good afternoon everybody. How are you today? I'm really good, thank you. Hi Carol, hi Kate, hi Margaret, and Leanna, hello, I haven't seen you for a while. Angela, Amanda, another Angela in Mallorca. Hi Joe, hi Sam, and Sheila, and Cheryl, and Linda, and Ruby, and Coco. Yeah, it's a bit warm today, so I've got the fan on, so that's where what the noise is. I actually gave my my aircon to Kim because their place was just so warm, so I didn't think it'd get this warm again, so I haven't bought another one. So that's the noise. It's the only fun I've got. Hello Nikki, hello, she says from sunny France. Yeah, Kim's over there at the moment. She's heading to, I don't know, might be in Spain by now. Exciting. Hello Rena and Pat and Jackie. And hello from Stoke-on-Trent, says Ms Donna. Inga, hello, and Sue and June and Christine and Helen and Ellen. And I'm going to do a bit more Christmas sewing. I'm being completely self-indulgent. Still not got enough prep done for my show on Sunday. We're launching my Christmas fabric. I think it's 9 o'clock on Sunday morning on Create and Craft. Haven't still got hours yet, so it's not on the website, but it's a bit short notice to get any samples made. So some of my girls have been working really hard. And thank you, Melissa. Kushner has just arrived. It's beautiful. So I just thought I'd do a simple Christmas stocking and just take advantage of you again, prepping while I'm supposed to be chatting. And I've got a whole selection of, a whole collection of new fabric for you. So I'm not going to bombard you because Tyler's away next week, Kim's away at the moment, it's me and Gary, and we're bumbling through. So you and Dean are hilarious. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. So yes, I've just got a few to show you. Hello Robbie, hello Diane, hello Christine, got Kim's Fat Quarters and matching thread. They are gorgeous, aren't they? We've almost sold out. Lynn, welcome along to the Half Yard Club, nice to have you on board. Good time to join because you'll now have gnomes. It is on the 15th, isn't it? So yeah, that would have arrived yesterday. So Lynn, that would be the first project that you get, but remember you do get your back catalogue of 2 years worth of projects as well. I've had lots of questions about felt, both on the website and the Half Yard Club. I love the natural felts, and we've sold out of the bundles. There he is, look, let me just put that to one side and show you. Of course you can make him in any kind of fabric that you want to, any kind of felt you want to. It's designed for felt, and it's a birthday gnome. It's Party Pete, I've called him. Look, his hair blowing in the wind like a supermodel. And I've chosen the earthy tones because I just love them, but of course if you wanted to make them in bright colours or pinks or oranges or anything like that, that's absolutely fine. But I just thought I'd try a Party Pete in earth tones. So I can't get the colours anymore, but I can get the greys and taupes. So hopefully those are going to be back in stock within the next few days. We do have some of the really soft craft felts, which is this one. I haven't got the felts to show you. We did a whole thing on felt last week, didn't we? But we do have some left. So although this is a synthetic, it's really soft. I'm not a fan of traditional craft felts. I think they can be very stiff, and I like this to be soft. But this is a synthetic, which is really soft. That's the same with all of these. So the red you can either have in, I think we do by the ½ metre, but we've got some fat quarter pieces of that left as well. But I will try and get hold of some more of the other colours for you as well, because we're selling lots at the moment. Faux fur for beards. We do have some white. I just need to make sure how much we've got before it goes back on the website. I don't have grey at the moment. I think I got that one off Amazon, but I'll keep looking for it. So Gnome book is coming out on the 27th, so that's in Seamless Sunday. So I'll have a bit in Seamless Sunday and show you my gnome book. The actual books aren't signed. I've signed plates this time, which is like the sticker that goes on the inside, partly because of time, because it's only a couple of weeks away, and partly because they wanted 1,000 signing, which is an awful lot of opening up the books, getting to the page, signing it, closing it, repacking them, sending back down to search press, and apart from that, storing the things because they arrive on pallets. So we've decided to do plates this time, but they have all been hand signed by me. If you wanted to pre-order the gnome off my website, Debbie Shaw Sewing, then you can get it signed personally in the book, not on a plate. So that's the deal there. So that's on the 27th. Alexis, we are live. Well, we are now. If you're watching at 4:05 on a Wednesday afternoon, we are live. Diane's in love with Party Pete. He's gorgeous, isn't he? Now, with the book, which I thought I'd got here, but I haven't, so there you go. The gnomes are similar size, but they're different. So the body and the nose are made in the same way, but the measurements are different. The hat's different, and the arms are different. But if you go for the book as well, if you're a half yard, this is half yard member club, members project. But if you're a half yard member and you've got the book as well, you can interchange the hats and the arms with the gnomes that are already on there. So that's just a bit of an extra. But if you just want Party Pete, so he's got beans in his bottom, it makes him quite fun to play with. If you want Party Pete, then here's this month's Half Yard Sewing Club member project. Okay, worth joining for, isn't he? It's so cute. Also, it's not the did I put the 12th? Did I put the 12th? Sorry, Sylv. Everything's all a bit of a rush at the moment. I had oh, my voice is fine here, Debbie. I don't know why I'm fuzzy. Everything's okay this end. If it is out of sync, that is to do with the internet. I can't do very much about that, I'm afraid. Beans, well, it makes him stand up. A little bit heavy, so he's weighted in the bottom. Not baked beans, dried beans in his bottom. Oh, hi, Angela. Yeah, I went over to the office this morning and didn't intend to stay very long, and then I ended up with a sack full of post. I thought I'll just call in and drop this off on the way back. 3 roads closed on the way back, so I only got home half an hour ago, so a bit of a rush. I don't know, I'm not broadcasting fuzzy, so I'm sorry, that's an internet issue, which I can't do anything about, I'm afraid. Let's blame the weather for that one. Am I fuzzy? Oh, hi Ruth. Am I fuzzy and out of sync on Facebook? Because the only thing I can think of doing that might do anything is to go away, restart the whole thing, and then come back again. Was missing the order I mentioned when it was open. There's no instructions. Did you email me, Nicole? I don't remember. Could you email me? Because I'll forget. Go to the enquiries at debbieshawsewing.com and drop me an email, Nicole, and I'll sort that out for you. Thank you, T.R. Boo in Texas and Sandy in Newfoundland in Canada. Out of sync, says Brenda. Do you want me to restart it? It's not fuzzy on Facebook. It's out of sync. Not fuzzy on hers, says Deirdre. All clear, says Dawn. I'm afraid that's an internet thing. I can't do anything about that. Oh, welcome along, Janet. Nice to have you in our club. Facebook's okay. Lovely. Hello, Deborah in Massachusetts. Oh, babysitting a great grandson. Oh, lovely. Okay, we'll put up with it. I'll carry on. Sorry about that, but I can't do anything from here. By changing the screen resolution. Is that for you to do at home, Carol, or for me to do here? Am I out of sync?
You're fuzzy and out of sync.
Am I fuzzy and out of sync here?
The reason is that the internet is slow, so you're fuzzy that when you move, it's trying to catch up with your movements.
Oh, right.
So it's fuzzy. So when you're perfectly still, you're sharp. But the voice thing, it's too slow. It's trying to catch up all the time.
All right. It's an internet issue, apparently.
So slow down and don't say anything.
Do you hear? I've got to slow down and not say anything. And not move. That's going to be a fun live show, isn't it? Out of sync and repeating on yours. Okay then. I tell you what, if you bear with me, the only thing I can do is restart from this end. It's going to take me about 5 minutes because I need to reset everything and reprogram it. If that doesn't work, then there's not a lot else I can do, I'm afraid. Does it really matter? Well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to have a go? Or can you put up with this? Let me know. Hi Genevieve in Switzerland. Hi Anne. Bit late myself today. Fine. I'm fine in Massachusetts. We're broadcasting okay. Thank you, Julie. Okay, John says no. Stay. All right, we're going to go with it. So nothing I can do about it. So we are. We're going to. What are you two doing? Oh, they're having a happy birthday there, aren't you? Whoa. Part those boys. Honestly, people are watching you. You know. Gnomes, huh? Right. So that's that. Let me show you these fabrics. And then I won't be out of sync or fuzzy because you can't see me. Like that. So now, you two behave, okay? Behave. Right. So, let me show you that. You go over there. Go on. Not too close, not in public. Right. I love these fabrics. We've had quite a few from this design. Now, look, boys, separated now, okay? Keep it private, would you? Yeah, I love the designs of these. These are by an artist called Susan Wheeler. And do you remember the garden birds that we had? Talking with my mouth shut. I can talk with my mouth shut, Chris. Both ends. They've all got this really lovely textured background, so it looks like it's been printed on linen. But I just love the simplicity of the designs. This is thrushes, but they are thrushes. We get thrushes in our garden. I don't know about you. It's so lovely to see them. We haven't had them for a long time, but this year we seem to have a lot of them, and some young ones as well. But we do have a whole collection of this. So let me show you rabbits. Well, there's 6 pieces in the collection that we've got. And they're gorgeous. That's my fan blowing things around, so do excuse that. And it's lovely quality of fabric as well. You know a quality as soon as you touch it. It's lovely and soft. But we've got these like ferns silhouetted in the background and little plump rabbits, look. Little plump ones. And then there's hedgehogs. We had one hedgehog in the garden once. Maybe we should put food out for them. Isn't he cute? And we've got toadstools and leaves in the background there. Oh, I'm glad you like your woodland panels, Amanda. These are actually called woodland as well. Seem to be a lot of woodlands all over the place. I know we've got a lot of woodland panels, woodland fabrics. Very much on trend. This one's the dragonfly. It's on blue. So it's just so tactile. It's such a lovely fabric to work with. So again, we've got like skeletons of dragonflies. Then there's the bees, and these lovely ferns and flowers as well, or berries, I should say. This one is called berries. Oh, hi Rita. So we've got blackberries, ladybirds, and they look like oak leaves. Don't they look so well together though? If you're making a quilt with it, they just look so nice. And then this one is cowslip, which is almost like the blender to the range, isn't it? But look how the colours just go so well together. I think they are so elegant. Thank you, Anne-Marie. You keep us going, you lot. Oh, Chris had 2 hedgehogs in the garden last night. Oh, how lovely. No fat quarters for this one, Nikki, I'm afraid. We can't buy fat quarters in this range, so we'd have to have them cut, which makes it quite expensive and time consuming. So I'm afraid 1/2 metre is the smallest you can buy with those. I would love to see foxes. No, actually, I love foxes. I wouldn't love to see them because they'd be bothering my chickens then, wouldn't they? Just had a light go out. You'll be down in a minute. I've had a light go out, Gary. I'll have gone dark on one side. They're lovely, aren't they, Olive? The Halloween style. I didn't know we'd sold out, Nicole. Not for a while. We won't be getting anything in because my daughter's not here. Oh yes, the make and believe would look lovely with these, wouldn't they? What have we got? Let me see what I've got here. Oh, these make and believes. Oh, I love to play with colours. I'm glad you said that. We need to get some more of these in stock. Ochre gold. Oh, let me show you what I'm doing. You can't see a thing, can you? Oh, that goes nice with that one. Sky New. They all look. Sky New. Oh, I'm glad you said that, Patricia. What's that one? Oh, that one goes so well. That one is a Rose and Hubble. This one. This is magenta. But oh, look how that goes with those. Oh, I'm loving this. I love playing with the different colours like that. I've got is that moss? That's a Make and Believe moss. Okay. Oh yes, with that one definitely. Or the brown. And what's this? Oh, there's so many colours in here. That's the rust. We might not have all of these in stock. Oh yes, matches the toadstools. I love doing this, don't you? The golden green. Oh, it's come back on again. That top light went out, the square one. I told you to come and fiddle with me lights. Oh, I didn't know why I did that. I wanted to do that. It just went out and it went dark and it's come back on again.
You sure?
I just wanted to get you running down the garden. I'll come and chase you later.
Chickens are chasing me out there.
This one is a Rose and Hubble moss green. And then the mink. So if you wanted it to be a little bit plainer, I don't think we've got, must get more of these in stock, I'm not sure. So this is what happens when the kids go away. That one is, oh, sunshine, you want the sunshine? No, maybe not a sunshine. But yes, got lots of plains for those to go with. Getting very warm, I'm afraid. The most adaptable plain green fabric you stock and is blended with a tiny pink rose. Oh, that sounds nice. The pale green's nice, which of course I haven't got here. Oh, I do. I know that's seafoam. Is that pale green? Light green. That's a nice one, Deirdre. You know, it's quite past, it's not too offensive. Or have I got a sage? Not sure. Oh, hello, Bob. Hello, puppy. Oh, bye. Bye, Bob. Too warm in here for her. Or if there's a sage, that tends to be a really popular kind of colour. And a versatile one as well. Let me put those over there. Got more fabric in here than I have in the shop. She just came and went out, had at the vets last night. Thankfully they weren't too busy. She was walking with head right down, tail between her legs and her back arched. I thought, oh, that's not right. So to the vets, Gary had to come with me because I know she's terrified and I won't be able to get her in. She wouldn't budge on the car park, so he had to literally pick her up, 6.5 stone dog, and carry her embarrassingly into the vets. And she said she thinks she might have hurt her neck. £80 for painkillers, right as rain today. At least they saw her. Oh, thank you, Rita. I'm glad I keep you going. Oh, Trace says, what Kimberly's Fat Quarter Strawberries fabric. It's lovely fabric, isn't it? It is really lovely. Right, one more thing to show you before we're making a Christmas stocking. We've sold a lot of these already, actually. These are some fabric strips that we've had put together to go with the Wonderland panels. We couldn't quite get them in time for the shows over the weekend on Create and Craft, but we do have them on the website. But basically you've got 12 2.5 inch wide strips, dark blue, light blue, white, deep pink, light pink, white. Of course you don't have to just use them with your Wonderlands. They're just they're only £11.99. You get 24 altogether, so they're just very affordable strips. A stone, I'm weighing something. Oh, we'll have a. Oh, somebody will Google that for you, Rita. What's a stone? What do you work? Oh, you work in pounds, don't you? A stone is £14. Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah. So basically, they're pinks or blues that you can use with whatever you like. That doesn't have to be just with those. They will feel a bit stiff when you get them home, and that's because they're cut with a straight blade. They're all cut by hand, or a person has actually cut all of these, not a machine. And the way that they do it, it's ever so clever. They'll take all of the fabrics and lay them all out, so the whole roll or bolt of fabric is completely opened out. Then it takes 2 or 3 people to roll them up really tightly, and they go around a tube, a cardboard tube. So they're rolled up really, really tightly, and then they're sliced into 2.5 inch sections. But to help to stop that fraying, because it's a straight blade, not a pinked blade, like you see a lot of the time with jelly rolls and things like that, they've got a zigzagged edge. This isn't, it's straight. Then they've been sized, so they've had a treatment put on them that makes them a bit stiff to stop them from fraying when they're cutting. So it makes them easy to work with, but that will wash out. And in fact, the more you handle it, the softer they're going to get as well. So don't get them home and think, oh, that's not nice, it feels really stiff. There's a reason for them being stiff, and it's purely because of that. It is quilting cotton, Deirdre, yeah, but as I said, it will feel stiff when you first get it home. Do you have any of the Winter Wonderland cushions left? Do you know, Nicole, we outsold the owl to all of the other two panels by something like 10 to 1. So we're having more printed at the moment to fulfill create and craft orders. Hopefully we'll be able to get something on the website next week. So I don't think there'll be any more on create and craft. The next lot that we get printed will come to us. But we're keeping our printers rather busy this week. They've been working overtime. I know, Jean, 80 quid for painkillers. I wish we could give a Nurofen. Don't bother chasing me, no catch. He would do, definitely. Should we make a stocking? Let's do some prep. I've printed off, we have a Christmas stocking panel on the website, and it's in 2 bits. Oh, Patricia, we'll be getting woodland pouches in. I've got a couple of 100 on order, but again, at the moment, the printers are busy fulfilling the orders from Crate and Craft. So our pouches will hopefully be here next week. As soon as they are, I shall post and let you know. Once we've got all the Crate and Craft, because it was so busy over the weekend. But once all of those are reprinted and out of the way, hopefully our printers will go and be able to stock up on the website for us as well. Before we do the stocking, next Saturday, so the 26th, we are celebrating the Half Yard Sewing Club 5th birthday. It's a few weeks late, but that'll be our 5th birthday. So we're going live. That's why Party Pete's got number 5 on his balloons. So we will be going live for the first time on the Half Yard Club website. That will be at 4 o'clock in the afternoon UK time. So it would normally be a sew along, but no sew along this time. We're going to have a party. So I've written a ditty, especially for birthday. I've got some amazing prizes to give away. Some one-offs. You know the owl cushion cover that you were just saying that you liked. So there was the owl, the penguin, and the fox. I've got 1 polar bear. We only went for 3, so the polar bear sample is going to be a giveaway, and that is a complete, unique, one-off, never going to be seen again. I've got a knitting bag. I did have 2, but I can't find one, which is Debbie Shaw branded and printed in my fabric, which again is a sample that we were testing, and it's not going to go ahead. So there will never be any more of those made. That's a complete one-off. Search Press are putting together some book bundles for you. I've got some fabric bundles. I will be giving away some of the samples that I've sewn as well. So, anyway, that's 4 o'clock in the afternoon on the 26th. That should be in your newsletter if you remember already. You do need to be a paid up member. You need to be a full member to be able to watch. So if you want to order now, if you want to join now, not only do you get Party Pete, you'll have access to that as well. We'll be doing some more exclusives. I don't know whether we'll do them regularly or not. Need to have a chat with the team. But yeah, so that's quite an exciting day. And then the next day will be Gnome book launch on Seamless Sunday. All of this will be in your newsletter, and I shall keep posting on Facebook and YouTube as well, just to keep you informed. Anyway, £14 equaling a stone goes back. Oh, Lynn's just googled £14 equaling a stone goes back to the 14th century, and it relates to a bundle of raw wool for expert. A fixed weight was required. Oh, didn't know that, Lynn. You're right, every day is a school day. 26th of August, Sylvia, yes, so not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Hi, Jan feels like how long have you been with us then, Jan? We have actually traced, it wasn't too difficult to be honest, the very first person who joined, and she's still a member. So we will be celebrating a bit with her, hopefully, as well. I'm not going to say her name because we need to contact her and make sure she doesn't mind a little bit of publicity, but that's really nice, isn't it? So the very first person who signed up, which was on the 18th of July 2018, is still actually with us. Oh, just over a year. Well, that's 20% of our time, isn't it? Olive's just renewed her membership for another year. Olive's been with us right from the beginning, haven't you, as well? Right from when we first started. Sheila's son was 54 yesterday. Hope you're still partying. Anyway, stockings. We have, excuse me, a Christmas stocking download and instructions and everything on the Derbyshire website. And I think you join it. It's an A3 size, so it's twice the size of this. So all I've done with this one is print it out smaller. Works in just the same way. Measurements are a bit different, but I just the first person is, oh, they will do June. We've just got to contact her first. We have plans for her. So yeah, so it's a mini one. So it's more of a decoration size. You're not going to get a fat lot of presents in there, unless you're going to fill it full of, I don't know, Aurifil thread would fit very well in a stocking of this size. And I'm going to use strips of fabric. So we're going to do, only on one side, we're going to do a strippy one. So it's a great way of using up either your 2.5-inch pieces or scraps of fabric. Money for fabric, that's a good one, Rita. Right, so this is what we've got. So these are all cut to the same size, but it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to sew them together at jaunty angles until I've got enough fabric to cover the whole of the pattern that I've printed out here. And hi, Weekend Master. And welcome along. That's an awful lot of messages. Cara still has many projects to start and complete. Need a rocket to motivate me, she says. Okay, so and Sue says I've followed Debbie on YouTube for years. Thank you. Right, it is a good scrap buster. And I mean, I've sewn all these pieces together, but I'll cut those in half and I'll make the most of that. I am doing fine. Thank you very much, Nancy. Nice to hear from you. Oh, that went on enough. Look, you two. They're squabbling now. So anything with gnomes, they kind of like to be on their gnome. You put two of them together, they're either kissing or fighting, aren't you? Anyway, so let's do this. Let me just do that. Oh, and I've got a load of, oh. No, Christine, it's agony, but I'm ignoring it. I'll be fine, be fine. I didn't put whiskey on it because I hate whiskey. Somebody said just put some whiskey on it but don't swallow it. Oh, I couldn't do it. I'd rather have the toothache. So no, just putting up with it. Apparently it is out of sync, Sarah, and it's the internet and I can't do anything about it. So sorry about that. So we had a discussion earlier and we've decided to put up with it. Fast forward it later. I'm going to join the Half Yard Club. No, we're not doing birthday offers, Kim. It'll just, because the Half Yard Club is just that subscription, that's just what it is. I may at some point do a 20% discount on the website for club members, which I would have liked to have done on the birthday, but Kim and Tyler are both away and I wouldn't be able to cope with all of those orders on my own. So we may do that when they're both back again, so it'll be a belated discount, but I need to run it past them first of all. And I've never had enough gin, Sylv. So yeah, so Kim, if you join now, it doesn't make any difference whether you join now on the 26th or the 26th, you'll still have exactly the same amount of products and the same offers and everything else. If you do join now and use the welcome for your 3 months membership, you could have a look at the website and then join fully before the 26th, and that'll give you, well, just over a week of do you want to stay with us or not. So that may work. So if you join now, you have to fill in all of your details, and when you get through to checkout there'll be a coupon box and put the word welcome in capital letters, and then you won't be charged, and that's for a whole month. but you do need to be a full member to see the live and the competitions and everything that we're doing on the 26th. So give yourself up until then to decide if you want to join or not, and then just join us. That would be very nice. Yeah, Diane. So it might be a while. It's when we do things like that, it takes us a week to get through all the orders. It's manic, and there's no way I can do it on my own. So I'll run it by the kids when they get back off their holidays, and just make sure that's going. Well, I've said it now, haven't I? I've said it. But it won't be for a few weeks. So it'll be into September by then. Hi, Christina. Janet says she doesn't make everything, but it's still worth it. Or do you know? No video for the gnomes, Sarah. They're the secondary project. Kathleen, can you contact the Half Yard Sewing Club and find out what happened there? Because if you've paid for a membership, then they should have that on record and you should get it. So it's info@halfyardsewingclub.com. Right. Can't remember what I'm talking about now. So anyway, let's do some sewing. Let's join these together. So I've got 2 pieces here, right sides together at a jaunty angle, and I'm just going to sew across here. So you go there, you go there, you go there. It's not a far away look. It's still watching. And just so no particular seam allowance, it doesn't really matter. No particular angle, and it doesn't matter if the strips are all different sizes as well. So it may seem a little bit wasteful, but we're talking scraps really, so I don't think that really matters. A video for the gnomes is going to be a gnome story. That would be a good idea. I think they do really well. I'm just going to finger crease that flat, and then the next one is going to go straight on top at a jaunty angle in the opposite direction. And it doesn't matter if your seam allowances vary between one strip and another. It doesn't matter if the fabric widths vary between one and another. Hi puppy, hello. Should be out again in a minute. Is it too warm? Hey? Just checking I'm still here. Let's see if I can just point the camera up a little bit. Hey puppy, Bob. Hello. Oh, no, she's gone. Well, a little bit of Bobbin's bum for you there. Oh, Kaz says, when you watch your videos, you're never a gnome. I'm going to write all these down. That's we'll have a couple of quizzes on the 26th, and one of them was going to be name the celebrity gnome or name the film. So I need to get busy with those. Right, just going to put my iron on. Have you made a dog poop bag with an eyelet and a zip yet? Not an eyelet, it had a buttonhole. And that's on YouTube, Liana. I think I called it the dog walker's messenger bag or something like that, but have a look at my YouTube channel, there is one on there. A name for a pack of bobbins, but you know, oh no, don't imagine. We don't want a bobbins bum fabric. Laura, you don't get on members' nerves trying to answer the questions. You're a big help on the Half Yard Club. There's Laura and Barb tend to answer a lot of the questions, and it's an enormous help for me because I don't get on there every day, and it's nice that people aren't kept waiting for an answer. And you're really on the ball, Laura, because not only do you answer the questions, you put links on there. You're really helpful, so no, you don't get on people's nerves at all. It's a big help. I'm just going to carry on with this until I've got enough to cover the whole of the pattern area. how to put leather straps on a bag. I don't deal with leather, Sally, because I prefer it was on an animal. But I can do faux leather at some point, so we could do that. Right, so I'm just carrying on with this for just a minute, so just doing the same thing all the way up. Yeah, she is Kath, isn't she? Kath says you're really helpful. What to use to weigh the bums down with. Linda, I used recycled polystyrene pellets, which I actually got from Sewing Street when I worked there years ago. But you could use things like, you know, the glass beads that you put in plant pots, that kind of thing. People have used cat litter, the stones that you put in the bottom of fish tanks. Rice, some people like it, some people don't. I don't mind using rice at all. I'd put that into a separate bag though. No, I wouldn't actually, just pour it in the bottom. Rice, they say, can go off. I think it's going to take years for rice to go off when it's dry. And you wouldn't normally use it on a doorstop because it's on the floor and it might get damp, but I'd just load of rice in the bottom of there, I think would be absolutely fine. Oh, Jill's just made a dog walker's bag without the buttonhole. In fact, just a bag then, isn't it? Dog poop bag with the grommet. I saw that, Rita. Yeah, I didn't do it with a grommet. I did it with a buttonhole. Right, let me I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be showing you. Right. Oh, Susan on YouTube, Laura says thank you to you. You've been a great help. All right, you can see this is my pattern as well, not the one off the actual website. So I've got too much now. So let's just do that. And cut that a bit bigger. Excuse me, and then we'll do that on top of that. Let's do that on top of that. And that'll be my last one. You're right, Rita? No, it's very helpful if you point things out like that. Because as you know, I do miss things. I do get a nice little email from Rita every now and again, just saying, did you realise somebody's asked this and somebody's that, just in case you missed it. And it is really helpful because, yes, most of the time I do. I think I've told you before, I don't want you to go on there. I've got two screens here, so I've got Facebook on one and YouTube on the other. And when you're going for it, your comments scroll like this, so I don't always see them. I try to, but I don't always see them. So if you've got something pressing that you need to ask me, then repeat it for me. Okay. So I've got that, so now we can cut out the shape. That is quite big enough. And I'll need to do one from the front, one for the back, and two for the lining, but they need to be mirror imaged, so I'm going to do them two at a time. It doesn't matter with the lining because that's the same, well, it's plain fabric, so it doesn't matter if it's the same on each side. I'm saving all these bits as well because I can rejoin these back together again. What I don't have is any pins, so we'll wing it a bit. I'd normally pin that down, but not this time. And then just cut around the edge. So again, if you weren't watching earlier, the pattern, obviously this is something that I've drawn, but it's a reduced size of the pattern that's downloadable on the website. That's an A3 size, so it's twice the size of this. I just thought I'll try printing it off in an A4 and see what it looks like. And the nice thing about doing things like this, it doesn't really matter if it's not accurate, does it? It's only a stocking. I'm not actually going to wear it. So if that's not a perfect shape, like, you know, that's a little bit bigger, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all. Right, then I need another piece for the back. And it needs to be mirror imaged, so I'm going that way. And let's do the poinsettias. In fact, it might be easier to cut it from the fabric because the fabric's not going to slip or blow around in the breeze. What have I forgotten, Sylv? What have I forgotten? I missed that one. Oh, a great dog walking bag. I put a grommet pull poster. It's on this your pattern. Yeah, that wasn't. Isn't that the one I'm talking about on YouTube? I do forget. I do forget. Well, there's over 500 videos on there. I think I'm allowed to. Daphne the Dragon been taken down. Yeah. Oh, Laura, that was. Sorry, somebody posted that on the Half Yard Club members page as well about the dragon. It has been taken down, but maybe on the wish list for next year. If you request, then they'll eventually come back again. Right, so let's just cut round here. And I'm going to make a cuff to go around the top of this as well. So those two mirror image, that's front, that's back. Those two are the lining. I'd be very dainty in this one, Sylv, if I wore that. I'd be on tiptoes. So that's the lining that side, that's the lining that side. And then I rather thought, maybe in the red, you know, maybe just do red. I was going to put a cuff around the top in that, but it disappears. Oh, unless I put a red border on it. Thinking now, do I put a red border on it? Jean, while you're in the garden watching me. Hi, Chris Ann. The little quilt. Oh, that is the woodland animal panel. That's on the website. No, we'll just do a cuff in that. So, to measure how big the cuff's going to be, the front and the back are going to be sewn right sides together, and they will have a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. The cuff is going to go all the way around the top in one piece, so it doesn't need to be as big as this. It needs to be as big as that. So if the ends are joined together there, so the 1/4 of an inch seam allowance is taken off there. So those two will be sewn together. These raw edges are going to meet. So the cuff needs to be the same width times 2 minus 1/2 an inch is the way I've worked that one out. And that's folded in half. Let's cut down there. And that measures about 3.5 inches deep. So that's just going to go around the top like that. Right. The blue looks really nice, Chris Ann, and that's the sky blue. We will be getting some more of that back in stock on the website, but it makes a nice change, doesn't it? And in fact, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. The traditional Christmas threads to go with it are including the same colours in the blues, and the light juniper is another one that's that one basically. So we've come up with threads to match all of the colours that are in there. Even the brown, that's called dark antique gold, but that's going to go with the cones. So if you want to thread to top stitch or anything like that, then we've got my Aurifil Christmas threads to go with it. But yeah, the blue with it is a nice change, I think. I know, June, threads like I've never told you that before. I know. I could talk about that all day. I'm going to put some H640 on the wrong side of the outer pieces. So let's take the lining out of the way, because otherwise you've just got a floppy stocking, and we don't want a floppy stocking. So let's pop that on there like that. So that was just a leftover piece. That was quite lucky, wasn't it? Mind you, I would have joined 2 pieces together for something like this. So not going right up to the edge at the moment because I don't want to get glue on my iron. Then I can cut this out. Thread, 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 says Laura. Thread, 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 thread. Got to be done. Can't say without it. And cut around there. Could use 80/20 wadding. It doesn't have to be, you know, whatever you've got, and interfacing. But I felt even, but it just needs a little something to make it a bit more sturdy. That will do. I'll chop that off there. And then I can iron right up to the edge. Oh, do keep all the bits and pieces, Biz. I find it really satisfying to use them all up, to be honest. Oh, Shelley says she loves the threads. The sewing in my top stitching looks so much better. Oh, thank you. Michelle's no Malone. It's on Kath. The template is a downloadable project. It comes with instructions on my Debbie Shaw Sewing website. I think it's $3.99, but it's twice the size of this. But you do get all of your instructions and the template on there as well. So that's where it's come from originally. You could use Thermolam. I don't know what you'd want to keep cool or warm, Leanna, but you could use Thermolam. Doesn't have to be thermal, does it? I'm going to cut that off, look, because the top of my stocking isn't sticking because I've got another piece of fabric behind it. So let's trim that back. She says, then it'll stick. There we go. Photos of your makes. You can put them on Facebook, Amanda. If you're a Half Yard Club member, you can put them on the comments page. Sorry, on the Ask a Member page. Quite a lot of you put pictures on there, actually. It's nice to see them. Or if it's a project that you've made from the Half Yard Club. Oh, I wonder if anybody's made the gnomes yet. Oh, let me have a look. I'll just iron that. Let's have a look. Let's have a look if anybody's made Party Pete. So if I do that and do that and do that and do that and go to the home page, then show you what I'm doing. Where is he? Pete the Party Gnome. Oh, we haven't got any pictures yet. So normally when you click on the project, it'll come, your pictures will come down the side. He only went on there yesterday, so there's all your step-by-step instructions. But when you start making him, then do pop pictures on the club website, won't you? Rita's only just made the women's visor. I do like to keep you busy though, Rita. There's a lot of projects on there. Right. And then it would be quite nice actually to quilt. Not going to with this one, be here all day. But just sewing along the lines would, oh, go on, let's do it then. Let's just do it. I've only got a white thread in there, but let's do it anyway. I'll just sew just alongside and turn the stitch length up a bit. And just sew along one side of the seams. So it does make a difference, I suppose, doesn't it? Oh, okay, Anne, I'll see you later. Maybe see you on Saturday? And you do realise on Saturday I'm going to be making something else Christmassy because I've still got prep to do for this show on Sunday. Okay. So I'm doing this rather quickly, but if you've got decorative stitches, I will make a loop, Deirdre, I've got some ribbon. Decorative stitches on your sewing machine, maybe little star shapes that look like snowflakes, so that would look quite nice. Or you could add some strips of ribbon, maybe a little bit of rick-rack, so embellish as much as you like. Tammy says she's excited to be doing Christmas sewing. Do people apologise? Like you can hear people, oh, I said the C word. I think it's commendable to start your Christmas sewing really early. I love sewing with Christmas fabrics, but it just means that you're organised, you're ahead, you're not rushing things at the last minute. I have no qualms at all in saying the C word and sewing Christmas projects all year round. Do you remember we had Christmas at Easter a couple of years ago? Because it was lockdown, it wasn't much fun at Christmas, so we made Christmas stockings and decorations and did it at Easter instead. Why don't you have an Easter stocking? It doesn't have to be Christmas, does it? Oh, it'll be back, Chrisanne. Apparently the Woodland Animals panel sold out. It will be back, don't worry. Right, with this cuff, I'm going to fold this right sides together and just sew. No, I'm not. I'm going to fold it right sides together and sew down the short side there to make a tube. Yeah, Jane loves sewing Christmas projects anytime. Excellent. I'm hard to remember. How do I download the projects that are coming down? And oh, Laura's probably going to answer you in a minute. When you go to the project, there will be a button at the side of it and says download. If you have any trouble with that, then email the girls. It's info@halfyardsewingclub.com and they'll be able to help you. They'll be able to sort you out there. Okay. It's quite. You'll see on the actual project. So you'll be notified of the projects on your newsletter, and then when you go to the actual projects, that's when you can download them. Right. So there's the cuff that's going to go around the top, and again it does look a bit small. It's supposed to. Then we'll sew. How are we going to do this? These right sides together, all the way around the edge. Sorry about that, I normally turn that off. All around the edge. Like that. Anne-Marie, I haven't got my journals yet. The show is on the 17th of September. They keep getting put back. They're not actually in the country yet. But they have booked in a show on Create and Craft for the 17th of September, so they must be pretty confident they'll be here by then. So we'll get our books around about the same time, and I will have them all ready to go out if their show's on the 17th, on the 18th. So sorry for the delay, can't do much about it really when the shipment came in late. Can everybody else hear me okay? It's only 130 days till Christmas, says Pat. Right, and then with this bit I'm just going to snip into this curve here. Not all the way around, it's just that one. And we'll turn this the right side out. So it is a diddy stocking. Pull that through. Really useful to have a Wednesday session, all the different feasible interfaces. So we did one, I can't remember when it was, Jan. We did one in the live streams. I just need to sew that again, look, I missed a bit. But I can't remember which live stream it was. But I can only go through the ones that I've actually got on the website because I don't have any of the others in stock. But yes, I can do that again. Just need to get myself organised with some samples to show you. Right. Okay, Karen, we'll have a look at that. Maybe for next Wednesday. Maybe we'll do that for next Wednesday. I haven't got my book here to write it down. You know, I'll forget. Right, so let's push that out. Okay. So that's my little stocking. It's quite cute, isn't it? That way out. Then I'm going to sew the lining pieces right sides together as well. And this time I'm going to leave a turning gap in the back here of about 3 inches so I can turn the whole thing through. Like so. Anne-Marie's already started making Christmas gifts. I think it's such a good idea to get ahead like that. And you know, we have sold so many advent calendars over the last few weeks. Because, you know, they take time to make, don't they? Okay. Now this one doesn't need snipping into the curves, because in effect when you turn it, when you put this inside the stocking, it's going to be inside out. So if I was to turn that through, then this bit's going to gather, but it's going to be inside out, so it doesn't really matter. That's how it goes in. Hi Zakaya. Then we'll have a little bit of ribbon to make a loop on the back. So I've got some blue, and that's just going to go. We'll just have a little one, just a little loop like that. Pauline's done 3 stockings with the ends from last year's fabric. That's a good idea. Chris San, if you have a foot with a guide on it, like that, for instance, that one, I think that's a blind hem foot. I can't remember, it might be an over edge foot, but it's got a little guide here. You see that sticking out at the bottom. So if you've got, it could be a blind hem foot, it could be an over edge foot, it could be a 1/4 of an inch foot, but if it's got a guide on like that, then put that up against the edge of your fabric and feed your fabric up against that. So for instance, let's drop that one on. If I'm sewing up against the edge of this fabric, and I've already sewn it, I just need to make sure the needle's in the right place, which it is. So I'm butting the fabric up against the little guide on the side and just feed the fabric against the guide. So don't watch the needle, that needs to move over a bit more. Let me do that. Just check I'm not going to hit the foot, that's it. So guide the fabric up against the guide. Watch the fabric as you go under here, so you're not watching the needle, you're watching the guide, and that will help you as you go around curves, so you get that perfect line. That's a little bit close, but again you can move the needle over further. If you had a 1/4 of an inch foot, then that would work even better. Let me just take that off before I forget and pop that one back on. There you go. I'm doing this with my foot now, look. Go on. Alright, I'm going to lift you up if you're not going to go down then. There you go, that got you on. Right, then we'll put these pieces together. So my cuff's going to go on top of the stocking. So that'll be what should be a nice, perfectly snug fit, and line the seams up at the back. And then my ribbon's going to go on top of this, looped around and facing down like that. I think that cuff's a bit too deep. Should we make that a bit smaller? Let's make it a bit smaller, it's too deep to me. We'll just chop some off it. I think that's better. So that goes over there like that. Lois, the pattern is a downloadable pattern. I think it's £3.99 on my website, but it's twice the size of this. I've shrunk it down. So you'll have a stocking. This is printed on A4. The stocking is printed on A3, so it's a decent size stocking, but it is a printed pattern. So you won't be able to just shrink it down because it's a paper pattern. No, it's a download. Of course it is. It's a download. So download it as A4 instead of A3 if you want to make a little one, but it is a big pattern. I don't do the strips on there. It's just the stocking shape. Right, so again that's going to go on the back of there, but you'll have all the measurements for the cuff and all of your step-by-step instructions are on there as well. And we'll just put a clip on there. Right, then I'm going to sew around the top. Now, I'm going to sew around the top again in a minute when I put the lining on, but it's easier at the moment just to hold these all together, just to sew around as they are. So close to the edge for this one, making sure that the cuff and the lining all match up. And the ribbon's facing downwards. Can you see a thing that I'm doing? Just lining up the raw edges and sewing them together. You could pin that if you prefer to, but it's just as easy not to. It's a little bit too small to go on the free arm of the sewing machine because it's quite narrow. So I'm just sewing around the inside of this one. Just coming back to the beginning. I'm good, thank you, Andrea. So we've got that. Oh, there you go, there we've got that. And then all of this is going to fit inside the lining. No, ribbon's going to be on the outside. That's basically how it's going to look, and then the lining pushes the seam inside like that, so then the ribbon's on the back there. So let's push that in here. Made first stockings for the kids, decorated with a bell, a big intake. At midnight it sounded like Big Ben. Always worried they wake up and catch Father Christmas in the act. Make sure that that goes inside there. And that was Christine. And then push that in there. So again, we've got the edges all together around the top and the seam at the back matching the side seam there. And then we'll sew all the way around again. So let's push that under there. And this time I'm just using the edge of the foot as my seam allowance. So the first row of stitches, I'm sewing just over the other side of those. That makes sense. So just do it in little bits, and I'm just kind of lining up the edges as I go. I made some tiny stockings in half-yard Christmas. You know, that big ones to use as an advent calendar. And I also did some, what was that in? Oh, that was in the compilation of half-yard winter. Little Christmas stockings, they're about that big, but with a drawstring top so people can't see in them. That was a nice idea. Right, so we've got that all sewn around the top, and then we'll turn it all through here. So just pull it all through. Oh, Lynn made the Christmas stocking last year. She said it was fabulous. Thank you, Lynn. And then we will have a little hole in the back of here. And let's just sew that up. I'd normally change the thread for the right colour, but you know, it's on the inside of a Christmas stocking. I don't think anyone's really going to see it. So let's just, I haven't got my needle in the middle for some reason. That's better. Just sew down the edge. If I was selling it, then I'd use the same colour. Okay, Leanna, see you Saturday. And then let's push this inside. Bunting stock. I did do bunting stockings. I've done a few stockings. I forget what I've done. So that's just about big enough to get my hand inside to push that down. And on the top, I'm just going to leave. Where do these come? I didn't have all these threads hanging off it when I put it together, but there they are. They just seem to appear from nowhere. That's it. And then I'm just going to fold the top so that the cuff goes over the top slightly, because it makes it look nice and chunky. And that's it. So that's my little stocking finished. So again, it's something that's great for using up scraps. Iron's going off, Laura, before I forget. Oh, hello, hang on a minute. I pressed my fade to black button in my urgency to turn off the iron. So I was saying, if you have any Christmas ribbon maybe, or metallic thread on your sewing machine, do some decorative stitches, that would look nice as well. But it's just a sweet little size. But again, the one on the website is Jura Duty. Oh, teen, I've never done that. The one on the website is twice the size, but that's just a nice little project, I think. I know, I faded to black by mistake. I've got a fade to black button. Never used, well I have used it now. Right, okay then. So I'm off. Don't forget Party Pete if you want to join the Half Yard Club now. Do you know, if you join the Half Yard Club now for your £5.99 for your first month, if that was just for the pattern for Party Pete, that'd be worth it, wouldn't it? Get 48 projects for your £5.99 a month. I know, it's crazy. But if you want to join in our birthday celebrations on the 26th, then do join now before you forget. Otherwise, I shall see you again on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. Don't know what we're doing yet. It'll be something Christmassy. And then on Sunday morning, the Christmas fabrics launching on Create and Craft. Hopefully by Monday, we'll have it on our website as well. So, and I know it's in the country, so it shouldn't be too long here. If you use metallic thread, you have to put, no, only use metallic thread in the top, Susan. And experiment first, don't rush out and buy anything immediately, but you may need a metallic needle. Or Rita, what do you use? I can't remember. What needle do you use for metallic thread? There's special needles for metallic thread that, because it's metal, as it goes through the machine it's going to get hot and it can snap, but they have like a thermal eye to the needle and it helps to keep the thread cool. Hi puppy, hello sweetie, I'm still here. It's because I've been out today, she gets all clingy. Oh yeah, still here, she's gone. Thank you June. Yeah, so have a try with the needles that you've got, but if the thread you find snaps a bit, then maybe try your special needle. See you Saturday then, Chris, thank you. And you, Sarah, thank you. Oh, Patricia's ordered a stag fabric. We're up to date with all of our orders now, so those anything today will be going out tomorrow. Or Friday if it's over £25, because that will be FedEx. So just doing a bit of that. And what day is it? It's Wednesday today, isn't it? Thank you June, thank you Susie. Titanium, that's the one. Thank you Susie, try titanium needles. Thank you Deirdre. Honestly, see you Saturday, hopefully at the right time. Computer did its clear up. They just do that, don't they? You know, do not turn off your computer, then restart in 5 minutes, then again, and nothing you can do to stop it. They're taking over, they have a mind of their own. Go on, Zakaya. Hump day. If you say so, June. Oh no, too warm for walkers, June, I think. Too warm for walkers. Either too warm or too wet. She's getting fat. Anyway, I shall see you on Saturday at 11 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you later.